The air crackled with excitement. The four friends piled out of the car. Tonight was the night. Horrorland awaited.
This is going to be epic!
Max, the tallest, threw his fist in the air.
As long as those clowns stay away from me.
Erin shuddered. Clowns were her biggest fear.
Don't worry, Erin, I'll protect you.
Leo puffed out his chest, flexing his muscles. Leo loved scary movies and thought he was invincible.
Let's just stick together, okay?
Maya, the quiet one, smiled nervously. They linked arms, a chain of friendship ready to face whatever horrors awaited. The rusty gates creaked open. They were in. The smell hit them first. Stale popcorn, fake blood, and something else. Something rotten. A bloodied figure slumped against the ticket booth, moaning for brains.
Ah!
Max laughed, nudging Leo. Erin clung to Leo's arm.
This is a little too real for me.
They entered the park. Unearthly screams pierced the night, followed by manic laughter. A giant spiderweb blocked their path. A hairy spider the size of a small dog crawled across it.
Cool.
Max shouted and snapped a picture. Maya held her breath as they ducked under the web and entered the park. The first ride they saw was the Clown Chaos. A giant clown face leered down at them, its eyes flashing red. Erin froze.
No way, I'm not going on that.
Leo rolled his eyes.
Don't be such a scaredy cat, it's just a ride.
Suddenly, a clown with bloodshot eyes and a stitched smile jumped in front of them. He honked a horn and sprayed them with silly string. Erin screamed and hid behind Max. Leo just laughed.
This place is awesome.
They decided to try the haunted hayride next. They piled into a rickety wagon filled with hay. As the wagon lurched forward, the recorded voice boomed.
Beware, you are entering the realm of the undead.
The wagon bumped along a dark path. Skeletal figures reached out from the shadows. Suddenly, the wagon jolted to a stop. The voice sputtered and died. They were plunged into darkness. Something cold and slimy brushed against Erin's cheek. She screamed again.
It's just me, relax.
Max said, holding up a handful of goo.
They sell this stuff at the gift shop.
Erin glared at him, her heart pounding. The hayride lurched back into motion. When they finally stumbled out, they realized they were separated from Max and Leo.
Where did they go? Erin whispered, her eyes wide with fear.
I don't know, Maya said, her voice trembling. This isn't funny anymore. I want to go home.
They wandered through the park, the laughter and screams echoing around them. They were lost. Suddenly, they heard a noise. Footsteps, slow and heavy, coming towards them. They ducked into the nearest attraction, hoping for a place to hide. It was a hall of mirrors. Distorted reflections leered back at them, long and twisted.
This is even worse, Erin whispered.
They crept through the maze, every turn revealing another grotesque reflection. Was that their reflection, or something else? The footsteps grew louder. They were trapped. A figure emerged from the mirrors, tall, dark, menacing. It was Max.
Boo! He shouted, his face inches from Erin's.
Erin screamed and shoved him. Don't do that, you scared us to death!
Max and Leo doubled over in laughter.
You should see your faces, Leo gasped, wiping away tears.
Erin and Maya were furious.
This isn't funny, Maya yelled. We thought you were a monster.
But as they turned to leave, they realized the door was gone. They were trapped. A blood-curdling scream echoed through the hall of mirrors, then another, and another. The friends huddled together, their laughter replaced with terror. Something was wrong. This wasn't part of the act. The lights flickered and died. They were plunged into darkness. Then a single spotlight flashed on, revealing a horrifying sight.
Standing before them weren't the park actors. These were real monsters, their eyes glowing red in the darkness. They were surrounded.
Their blood ran cold. This was it. This was how they died. Erin closed her eyes, waiting for the end, but it never came. Instead, she heard a ripping sound. Then another, and another. She opened her eyes to see the monsters collapsing, their costumes falling apart. Underneath were just teenagers, some even younger than them.
A familiar voice boomed from the speakers. Okay kids, show's over. Good job tonight. You really scared those last ones.
The lights flickered back on. The teenagers scurried away, giggling and pushing each other. The friends just stood there, speechless. They had been terrified by a bunch of kids. Finally, Erin burst into laughter. The others joined in, relief washing over them. They linked arms again, a little closer this time, and walked towards the exit. The park was still creepy, the shadows still menacing, but they weren't scared anymore. They had faced their fears, real and imagined, and come out the other side. They were friends, and that's all that mattered.